1000 World War II ASMR Facts. Welcome to the History and Chill channel, and welcome to chapter 6 of 1000 ASMR World War II Facts. In today's chapter, we will be discussing U-boats, tanks, medical experiments, concentration camps. So without further ado, also quick note before I start the fact video, I noticed that 50%, around 53% of people watching are not subscribed. So if you like the video, please subscribe. It helps the channel a lot. So yeah, let's get into the video with fact number 501. 501. The German Panzer tanks were central to the success of Blitzkrieg warfare. Fact 502. The Soviet T-34 was one of the most effective and mass-produced tanks of the war. Fact number 503. The British Churchill tank was slow but heavily armored, ideal for using it as infantry support. Fact number 504. The Tiger 1 or Tiger 1 had unmatched firepower, but it was prone to mechanical failure though. Fact number 505. The US Sherman tank was less powerful than German models, but built in overwhelming numbers. My cat is saying hi from behind the curtains. So yeah, if you hear something, my cat is in the room. Fact number 506. Germany built over 1000 V1 flying bombs and launched them primarily at London. Fact number 507. The V1, nicknamed the Buzz Bomb, was the first cruise missile in history. Fact number 508. The V2 rocket was the world's first long-range guided ballistic missile. Fact number 509. V2 rockets was reached the edge of space before descending at supersonic speeds, which also, I think, resulted in this typical sound before impact. Very frightening, very terrifying. 510. Over 9,000 civilians were killed by V1 and V2 rockets in the UK. Fact number 511. Werner von Braun, a leading V2 engineer, later worked for NASA. Fact number 512. V-weapons were assembled using forced labor at the Mittelwerk underground factory. My cat is making a lot of noise. I'm gonna try and pet her so she calms down. Hold on, be right back.
Monatje, wat ben je aan het doen? Wat ben je aan het doen? Wat ben je aan het doen, hè? Vind je dat leuk daar in die mat? Kom eens hier. Kom eens hier. Jij maakt veel lawaai, zeg. Jij maakt veel lawaai. Kom eens hier. Kom eens hier. Wat ben je aan het doen? Het is moeilijk om een katje te zijn, hè?
Moving on to fact number 512. V-weapons were assembled using forced labor at the Mittelwerk underground factory. Fact number 513. U-boats sank thousands of Allied merchant ships in the Atlantic. Fact number 514. The Wolfpack strategy allowed U-boats to attack convoys en masse at night. Number 516. Allied innovations like solar and depth charges gradually turned the tide against the U-boats. Fact number 517. The Enigma code was primarily developed to secure U-boat communications. Fact number 518. The US used Liberty ships, rapidly built cargo vessels to outpace U-boat destructions. Fact number 519. V2 launch sites in France and the Netherlands were heavily bombed by the Allies. Fact number 520. Hitler believed V-weapons could change the war's outcome, but they came too late. Moving on to some medical experiments and facts around the dead. Fact number 521. Nazi doctors conducted horrific experiments on prisoners without their consent. Fact number 522. Dr. Josef Mengele, known as the Angel of Death, performed twin studies at Auschwitz. Fact number 523. Victims were often deliberately infected with diseases like typhus or malaria. Fact number 524. Experiments on freezing were conducted to test survival in cold water. Many died of hypothermia during these tests. Moving on to fact number 525. Dachau inmates were subjected to high altitude tests using low pressure chambers. Fact number 526. Women were sterilized using radiation chemicals or surgery without anesthesia. Fact number 527. The US also tested chemical weapons on humans in camps like Sachsenhausen. Fact number 528. Dr. Mengele injected dyes into children's eyes to attempt to change their color. Fact number 529. Jewish, Roma, and disabled prisoners were frequent targets of these experiments. Fact number 530. The experiments had no real scientific value. Many were just pseudo scientific torture, which makes it all the more depressing. But yeah. Fact number 531. Nazi doctors argued they were conducting military research. Fact number 532. The Nuremberg doctors' trial that went on from 1946 to 1947 exposed these crimes to the world. Fact number 533. 7 Nazi doctors were sentenced to death. Others received prison sentences. Fact number 534. These trials led to the creation of the Nuremberg Code, a foundation of modern medical ethics. Fact number 535. Some Japanese doctors in Unit 731 committed similar atrocities in China. Fact number 536. Unit 731 froze limbs, vivisected patients, and unleashed plague outbreaks. Fact number 537. The US allegedly granted immunity to some 731 doctors in exchange for data. Fact number 538. Nazi research was occasionally cited by unethical scientists after the war. Fact number 539. Many survivors of experiments suffered lifelong trauma and disability. Fact number 540. Some victims were children as young as 5 years old. Moving on to facts about concentration camps and extermination camps. Fact number 541. Nazi Germany created a vast system of concentration camps across Europe. 542. The first camp, Dachau, was opened in 1933 near Munich for political prisoners. Fact number 543. Auschwitz became the largest concentration complex with over 1.1 million deaths. Fact number 544. Camps were divided into labor camps and selection upon arrival determined immediate death or forced labor. Fact number 546. Zyklon B gas was used in chambers at Auschwitz and Majdanek. Fact number 547. Victims were told they were taking regular showers, then were gassed. Fact number 548. Sonderkommandos were forced laborers made to dispose of corpses from gas chambers. Fact number 549. Treblinka and Sobibor were dismantled by the Nazis to cover up mass murder. Fact number 550. Bodies were burned in crematoria or massive open-air pits. Fact number 551. At Majdanek, Soviet troops found the gas chambers largely intact. Fact number 552. Over 6 million Jews were murdered during the Holocaust. Fact number 553. Roma, disabled individuals, Soviet POWs and others were also exterminated at the camps. Fact number 554. Bergen-Belsen became infamous when British troops liberated it and found mountains of corpses. Fact number 555. Inmates were tattooed with numbers to strip them of their identity. Fact number 556. Children, especially twins, were often singled out for experiments or death. Fact number 557. Starvation, beatings, disease, and overwork killed millions in the camps. Fact number 558. Camps were often built near railways for efficient transport. Fact number 559. Nazi records and survivor testimony provided proof of systematic genocide. Fact number 560. Some guards and doctors escaped justice and lived for decades under false names. Moving on to some Holocaust facts. Fact number 561. The Holocaust refers to the systematic genocide of Europe's Jews by Nazi Germany. Fact number 562. Holocaust comes from a Greek word meaning sacrificed by fire. Fact number 563. The Hebrew term Shoah, catastrophe, is often used by Jewish communities. Fact number 564. Jews were demonized through Nazi propaganda as a threat to the German people. Fact number 565. The 1935 Nuremberg law stripped Jews of citizenships and banned intermarriage. Fact number 566. Kristallnacht in 1938 saw synagogues burned, Jewish shops looted, and 30,000 Jews arrested. Fact number 567. Jews were forced to wear yellow stars as identification. Fact number 568. Ghettos were established in cities like Warsaw and Lodz to isolate Jewish populations. Fact number 569. Starvation and disease were rampant in ghetto. Hundreds of thousands died before deportation. Fact number 570. The Wannsee Conference formalized the final solution plan to exterminate Jews. Fact number 571. Einsatzgruppen, mobile killing units, murdered over 1 million Jews in mass shootings. Fact number 572. At Babi Yar in Ukraine, over 33,000 Jews were shot in just 2 days. Fact number 573. Some Jewish families survived by hiding in attics, basements, or forests. Fact number 574. Resistance uprising occurred in ghettos, for example Warsaw, and even also in camps, Sobibor. Fact number 575. The Danish resistance helped over 7,000 Jews escape to Sweden by boat. Fact number 576. Some Jews were rescued by individuals later honored as righteous among the nations. Fun fact, in the city where I live, there are tiny golden plaques on the bricks of the sidewalk in front of houses that where people lived that helped that helped the resistance resistance in Belgium, and also helped Jewish people in Belgium, for example, but also like resistant fighters in general. But yeah, moving on to fact number 576. Some Jews were rescued by individual. I'm sorry, fact number 577. The Holocaust also targeted homosexuals, communists, Freemasons, and Jehovah's Witnesses. Fact number 578. Many survivors struggled for decades to speak about their trauma. Fact number 579. Holocaust denial remains a dangerous form of anti-Semitism. Fact number 580. Education and remembrance are central to preventing future genocides. Well, we're not doing a good job on that one, are we? Moving on to facts about propaganda and mass psychology. Fact number 581. Joseph Goebbels was Nazi Germany's Minister of Propaganda. Fact number 582. The regime used posters, films, radio, and education to indoctrinate the population. Fact number 583. The concept of Gleichschaltung, coordination, aligned all institutions with Nazi ideology. Fact number 584. Hitler's speeches were carefully choreographed to manipulate emotions. Fact number 585. Propaganda depicted Hitler as a heroic savior of Germany. Fact number 586. The Nazis blamed Jews, communists, and foreign powers for Germany's problems, a strategy often used. Fact number 587. Children were targeted early, textbooks and youth groups through Nazi values. Fact number 588. The Hitler Youth indoctrinated boys. The League of German Girls did the same for girls. Fact number 589. Triumph of the Will in 1935 was a propaganda film by Leni Riefenstahl glorifying the Nazi rally. Fact number 590. Goebbels once said, "A lie told once remains a lie. A lie told 1,000 times becomes the truth." Fact number 591. Radio was crucial. Cheap, the people's receivers were distributed to control messaging. 592. The Nazis staged grand rallies with torches, banners, and music to stir mass loyalty. Fact number 593. Propaganda emphasized obedience, unity, and fear of the enemy. Fact number 594. German soldiers were shown anti-Semitic cartoons and films before being sent to the East. Fact number 595. Public shaming and denunciations were encouraged to build fear and loyalty. Fact number 596. Even the arts were censored. Degenerate art was banned or destroyed. Fact number 597. The Nazi regime burned books deemed un-German, especially Jewish or Marxist authors. Fact number 598. Propaganda blamed bombing raids and hunger on traitors and Jews. Fact number 599. Psychological warfare was used against foreign enemies as well, including fake radio stations. And fact number 600, which is the last fact of the day. And my cat is wanting to get out the room, so I have to open the door. Fact number 600. After the war, Allied forces used the denazification programs to reverse propaganda's effects. Hey, Mona. This is my cat. And she says hi as well. Goodbye. See you guys in the next video.